Hey, DJ Mikey, Mike in Direct Sound, and we're doing it from scratch today. That's right. We're going to do it from scratch, and we are going to be making DMX cable. Okay, I have on eBay, I purchased some good quality XLR connectors. Okay, I got a male and female here. I'll show you the box. I got a whole end of females and a box of males. Okay, 2 boxes. Then through 6-Star DJ in LA, I purchased some AccuCable. Okay, this is 3 pin 300-foot AccuCable, a roll of it. It cost me about $107. They got a pretty good price there at 6-Star DJ. This stuff goes anywhere from say $110 to $200, something like that, for the 3-pin. The 5-pin's not necessary because we're not using the 5-pin only uses 3 connectors inside. Right here I have a Chevy DMX cable, and you can see on the cable itself, let's see if we can see it with the camera, it says DMX 120 ohm digital signal cable. Okay, see that right there? DMX cable. This is the Chevy cable right here. And what I did is I took off the connector. It's a really nice looking made cable. If you see right here in this area, the shielding goes around the 2 conductors, and then the shielding is actually the ground. That goes to pin number 1. Okay, pin number 1. Now, I don't know if this is going to show up through the camera or not, but if you can, let's see if I can get this far enough away. Let's see if I can zoom in. Oh, there you go, I can see it. Notice the little letters on your XLR cable, or on your XLR connector. You have a 1, a 2 to my right, and a 3 towards the bottom. That's how you determine what pin numbers they are. Okay, and on this particular cable, the shielding is going to pin 1, the white is going to 2, and the red is going to 3. Okay, so that's all I have to do to match up the cables. Is I take my, on the connector it's done the same way also for the ones that I purchased. It has a 1, 2, and a 3. So when we take this connector apart, we're going to make sure that we connect the 1 to ground, the 2 to red, or excuse me, the 2 to white, and the 3 to red. It doesn't matter if you get 2 and 3 backwards, as long as you do them all the same backwards, but that's okay. Okay, so there's the connector things, and here's the female. Let's see if I can see that. If you can see inside the female, you'll see the numbers in there also. Kind of hard to see on camera, but it's there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these connectors apart, go ahead and solder on, cut the DMX cable to the length that we want, solder on the ends to our new connectors. Now these connectors cost me about $40. That's about $1 a piece for a male and $1 a piece for a female. So $2 for the ends, and then the AccuCable, depending on what length I want. So I'm going to make a cable for about $2 or $3 compared to buying a cable for between $5 and $10 plus shipping. Okay, so it actually saves you a lot of money making your own cables. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to solder up some cables. Just cut the cable to length. The connectors cost me about, I think it was $40, maybe it was $50 shipped to my house. That was for 20 connectors, male and female, so 40 connectors, plus the AccuCable. It's going to cost me about, say, between $2 and $3 for a cable, compared to $4 to $10 plus shipping for a DMX cable. Okay, so we want to make some good quality DMX cables, make sure our solder joints are really good, and then we'll test them with an ohm meter, making sure we have good connectivity and we don't have any crosstalk or shorts anywhere. Okay, and then we know we have a good DMX cable and we're good to go. I've already made about 30 cables for my other cables, plus I bought about 30 cables, so I have quite a few DMX cables now. You can see that I've used probably, I used probably about 3/4 of the roll already making cables. And I've cut these smaller cables to length here that I want, and I'm going to be adding the ends to them. So we're going to go ahead and solder up a few cables for DMX, just to kind of give you an idea how to do it. Okay, what we're going to need for this job is a soldering iron. I use a little alligator clip type device here for soldering to hold my connectors together. We'll need some wire strippers, got 2 different sizes, our connectors, and some DMX cable. Okay, we have our first cable right here. It's approximately 6 foot long that I'm going to make on this one, maybe about 7 feet. We're going to take the cable and strip the cable back approximately 1 inch or so. Take the shielding that's on over the cable, peel the shielding back, and I twist that into a little knot. Then it has a little bit of tin foil. I remove the tin foil, and it has some string for strength. I'm going to cut that away with my cutters. Oh, forgot about my cutters. You also need a small pair of cutters. Then I have a smaller set of cutters or strippers here that will strip the cable down just a little bit smaller. Okay, so I have my ends stripped, the shielding stripped and twisted. Now I'm going to what they call tin the ends. What I do is I put a little bit of solder on each tip and the braided wire. I'll use my little clip thing here to hold the cable in place. So we will heat up the wire and just tin the wire just a little bit, put a little bit of solder in there. And do the same to our conductors. Okay. Now I'll take our connector, open it up. This particular connector it's hard to actually open. This particular connector got the ends out. It's just a twist lock on. There's no screws or bolts or anything holding these particular things on. It's a good idea right now to remember to put on your retainer, slide that through. Now this particular connector, this goes on after the pin, so we're good, and then the connector goes on back. But make sure whatever type connector you have, you put all the parts on that you need on the cable first before you solder it on, or you'll be desoldering on your little item here. Okay, so then I put the connector in, and then I look for the numbers on the back of it or on the front, wherever the numbers are. A lot of times they have them on inside and outside.